morning. Summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Love into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The Charger drive about to get going. Throwing after the interception. Love. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. It's a second down run with Sanders. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On 3rd down, it's Thomas, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the lead moves to 10-zip. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside of the 30. On 2nd down, this is Harris. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other?
Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now a give right side. Thomas. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw here. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Love. Going deep here for Matthews. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Off the play fake. Love. Open man, it's Allen. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A give to Harris. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Off play action. Love. Allen's got it complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 17-0 our score after 1.
Crunch time, defense. 81, ready, go!
Back to throw. Love caught left side. Bennett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Love. And this is complete. It's Allen. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there at 22. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now a first down carry for Harris. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Harris. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. From the gun, Love. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
Buddy up. 53 to the 6. Check 13. Check 13.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Kill.
Now a give right side. Thomas looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Let's go, Heavy. Go. What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Hey, we're going 37's to Mike. Mike 37.
Back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, and they go back to Harris. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss, because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Desmond King making the tackle. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Mike 37. Come on, D. And we're going 37.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. The Sanders has got it complete. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
I know you feel that.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Ready? Save.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
44 is the mic. 44 is Mike. Check. You can't block me. Bang, 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 bang.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board. And
he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That one goes for 30 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Off play action. Love. And this is hauled in by Matthews. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, 2nd half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared.
And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play that time for the Colts. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check 52. Check safety. Check safety. Check 24. Check 24.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
You got it.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Another run with Sanders. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
On the set. Mike Spopo. Let's go. Let's go.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Love. And complete on the right side to Bennett. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with his quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just did, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. Extra point right down the middle, and that will get him 1 closer. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Check 53's Mike. Coming to you. Yes. He's checking. Crash. Switch. Hey, switch gears.
2nd and 4. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And it to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Red, 90,
Looking to throw on second down. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
That's it, baby. We got work.
At their own 38-yard line.
Here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Wide. Get wide. Kill. Shit.
They'll run on first down. It's Sanders to the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
Brings up second and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Mike 37.
Here we go.
Here's second and 8. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
The 44-yard line.
Set, ready. 60 Pittsburgh. He don't know no better. Shit, go.
On first down, Love. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hammond. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Los Angeles.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Love. Caught by Allen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Right there, 56. Protein spill.
Operating from the gun. Love. Flush to his right. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Love. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Love. This will be caught at about the 6. He'll be ridden out of bounds. Didn't even come close to sniffing the end zone. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Trying to go back to Matthews there, but now it's 3rd and goal. Off-play action. Love. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The intended receiver there, Allen.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They run the counter. It's Thomas. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got Allen. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Love flushed out right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
We got this.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Off the play fake. Love. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 29, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The 30. 10, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Eluding the pressure right. Complete. It's Henry. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Off play action. Love. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bilal Nichols able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And that's caught inside the 35. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, here I come. Here I come.
Off the play fake. Love. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was looking for Matthews that time, and it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Box track.
No, check that. There you go.
Off play action. Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Off the play fake. Love. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but